And why Governor pledges $50 million in taxpayer-funded legal services for immigrants.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank Governor Kathy Hochul for reminding New Yorkers once again that they come dead last in their own state. Because when you're spending $50 million of taxpayer money on legal fees for people who aren't even citizens, while charging everyday workers a $15 toll just to get to their job, you're not governing, you're gaslighting. Welcome to Kimara Reacts. Thank you to my subscribers for your support, and for newcomers, please subscribe. It helps grow this channel. Like this video and share. Let's react.
Ready or not? Ready or not? Here I come, can't hide. Gonna find you and then like a game of chess where I rest. No stress, no success.
Let's start with this little gem, the congestion pricing plan. That's a fancy term for let's make working people pay even more money to do what they have to do every single day. Go to work. Drivers entering Manhattan's business district during rush hours will now face tolls up to $15 per trip. But don't worry. According to Hochul, it's all about clean air and modern infrastructure. Meanwhile, middle-class New Yorkers are choking on inflation, dodging crime, and now, apparently, being fined for existing.
The announcement came in the wake of a recent arrest of a prominent city official by federal immigration officers, an event that has heightened tensions.
That are walking out of this courthouse, taken away from their families. They don't have the attention. They don't have the lawyers. And that's why the state of New York is providing $50 million to cover legal services for people who are finding themselves in this situation.
According to a poll by the New York Post from May, Hochul would be in an extremely close race with New York Republican Rep. Elise Stefanik in a hypothetical race. Hochul would have 43% of New Yorkers' support. Stefanik would have 42%. The survey also showed Hochul with a low 30% approval rating in the sample of 1,163 likely voters. According to Siena College Research Institute numbers from May, 55% of voters want someone else in office. Less than half of Democrats would support Hochul in the primary.
The Manhattan Institute showed New York City's residents are not happy with the city's policies towards illegal immigration.
And that's when I got word of what had happened to my colleague in government, our controller, Glad Landing. The video is shocking. I knew I needed to come down here immediately and check on his whereabouts and do what I could to intervene. I'll let Brad speak about his experience. To my knowledge, there are no charges. Charges have been dropped. He walks out of there a free man.
Now let's talk about priorities. Kathy Hochul just approved $50 million in legal aid for illegal immigrants. That's right, $50 million in your money to help people who broke immigration laws stay in the country. No relief fund for veterans, no cost of living tax break for seniors. But if you're undocumented and facing deportation, Hochul's administration will fight tooth and nail for you on the taxpayer's dime. You couldn't make this up if you tried. And the best part? She does all this while standing on her soapbox, telling us how much she cares about everyday New Yorkers. Oh yes, she cares. She cares enough to let illegal immigrants flood into neighborhoods without warning. She cares enough to fund them while homeless veterans sleep on subway benches. And she cares enough to charge you $15 to drive to your shift at the hospital, restaurant, or school. Now, I'm just saying what many of us are thinking. If someone were deliberately trying to undermine the economy, weaken the middle class, and shift power to outside interests, these are exactly the moves they make. allocate tens of millions to non-citizens, bleeding working people dry through tolls, ignore crime, and then tell us they're serving the people. If it walks like a scheme, talks like a scheme, well, you know the rest. Kathy Hochul may claim she's protecting democracy, but it's hard to believe that when Americans are paying for everyone but themselves. It's hard to hear her talk about justice when New Yorkers are being taxed into silence. And it's hard to believe she's working for the people when everything she does looks like a deal made behind closed doors. Track the money, watch the contracts, and remember, real leadership puts citizens first. Until then, Kathy, take your tolls, your soapbox, and your $50 million betrayal somewhere else. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification, and I'll see you on the next one.